Welcome to another episode of Grown Man Games. Don't make these mistakes like I did in Rise of Kingdoms. I'm gonna tell you, I really fucked up. I really did. And excuse my French, but I want you guys to avoid these costly mistakes if you are thinking about creating a jumper account or if you already have it. I don't want you to go through the same hassles as I've done. And I've watched tons of videos on YouTube that talked about jumpers, but it didn't really go into explicit detail in why certain things should be avoided and why certain things need to just be done a certain kind of way. So I have Rise of Kingdoms playing in the background on my computer as I'm recording this, and you'll also see on the screen footage of the gameplay in action right here. So let me tell you, man, on the jumper account, it is very crucial that you do not, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to claim all of your rewards that you have accumulated in the process of you doing your jumper account. Now, I don't know how jumpers were in the back in the day when, say like a year or so ago, because I'm fairly new to Rise of Kingdoms, but I've been playing this game for 27 days in total. I checked. I might be. I'm recording this after hours, after midnight, so it might be going on the 28th day. So if you want to say, over 3 weeks now, almost for about a month, and on my main account, I'm at 1.7 million power, and I will soon be at 1.8 million very shortly. But I started a new jumper account because I've made a lot of mistakes, and I needed to go to a new server in Kingdom because you had some people that was pretty much like the Rise of Kingdom Illuminati taking over the whole map because there was just total map domination. You can't really do nothing. They want you to be all under their rulership. So moving past that, you're going to accumulate a lot of rewards as you're doing your jumper account. Now, like I said earlier, I don't know how things were done initially months ago or maybe even a year ago. And forgive me if I'm not looking directly at the camera. I'm new to all of this, and I'm not used to being on camera ever. So it's kind of weird doing this, and I'm here. It's just me by myself. But I hope y'all like my setup. But okay. When you have a jumper account, you get 2 beginners teleports and you get 1 beginner's immigration. Now, it's kind of like some, I want to say, misinformation on YouTube in regards to this because it was very confusing. I'm going to explain it to you like this. The beginner's teleport, once you're inside of a kingdom of your choice, it only allows you to change your zone location of where you are currently located on the map. Now, each kingdom, don't quote me, I think it may have like 8 different locations or zones, and they have all, like, at least in my kingdom, for my jumper, I chose to be in zone 1 called Palo Alto. But it's like it's you know if you're playing the game. But however, the beginner's teleport allows you basically to just, it just allows you to switch your zone location to anywhere. Or even, it's not even just about the zone. You could just pretty much go anywhere on a map. I don't care if you move in just a few inches to the left or right. That's where you would be at. But you only get 2 of them, and you can only use them if you use your. If you only use these if you keep your city hall level at or below City Hall 7. Once you pass that level, you will automatically lose your city hall. You'll automatically lose your beginner's teleport as well as your beginner's immigration. So, for instance, you pick a new kingdom. Hopefully, you pick something that just spawned on a game server that's 1 hour old, or if you're super lucky, it's probably a few minutes old. But Wow, you have to really be on it to really find that. I was lucky to find one that was just at 1 hour old. So you get there, right? You play your account. You play your account for about, now this is gonna be, I'm not no professional YouTuber and that's doing all these super edits and all this kind of stuff. I may have to hire somebody down the line to do that. But I'm gonna teach you how to play no bullshit. So if you follow this video, your game is gonna go through the roof. Trust me. I'm damn near at a pro level at my level where I'm at in 28 days, 27 days. So listen, you don't want to mess up in Rise of Kingdoms. Follow what I'm telling you. I'm not lying to you, man. You want to avoid these mistakes. Now listen, you're in a kingdom on the jumper account. Your pure strategy and focus needs to be on leveling up your commanders very fast, because the beginner's teleport as well as the beginner's immigration is only good for 10 days. So you have to go in there with a strategy. So for me, for instance, I went into it gung-ho. I was training, I was gathering resources, and I even lucked up and got I got able to be a part of one of the biggest alliances at the time, which was a pure Russian alliance. Oddly enough, I was able to finesse my way in there, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do to be able to do that, because I just knew they had territory already out on the map. They was dominating, and it's kind of strange how in an hour's time that they have accumulated a fort with zones and a nascent beginner's kingdom. I'm not too sure how that works, man, but I was able to get up in there. So what you don't want to do is not play your jumper as often as possible. That's where I messed up. I was trying to juggle two different accounts, my main account and my jumper, and I wasn't as active. I wasn't training my troops consistently, and so as a result, I had a lower amount of troops than most jumpers probably would if you're actively playing it, especially exploring the map. Now, with the jumper, when you're about to decide that you want to go to another kingdom or server, you only get one chance, and that's with the beginner's immigration. You only get one chance. So if you try and do this with friends or a group of people, you got to be in sync. You guys need to go to the same server number, the same zone, so that when y'all all meet up, it's a lot easier for y'all to, click up and get together so y'all can quickly establish your territory. That's just what you got to do when you a jumper. However, you're limited at your build. All of your buildings have to be level 7 or below. So your storehouse only holds a certain amount of resources. Keep in mind. So when you're about to, let's say you jump to your final kingdom destination of your choice, because in other videos, they talk about how you used to be able to jump to at least 2 different kingdoms. No. So your next jump, you're only going to be allowed to bring the limited amount of resources that your storehouse is able to hold. So I don't know, don't quote me. Let's just say storehouse level 7 was capacity at 500, farm, wood, gold, stone, etc. Let's say if you had like a 2 million or 3 million resources, all that extra shit is gone. It's going to give you a notification, and it's going to say, hey, would you like to delete your excessive amounts of resources so that you could go to this kingdom? And if you want to go to that kingdom, you're going to have to do that. This is why you don't want to claim all of your resources. And you're going to have hell of them. I had, like, you can see on the screen, I got like 300 and something plus resources. But in all honesty, I had like over 600 of these things. And so that's why you don't want to claim none of your resources. And I'm going to be honest. I feel like this game has some kind of weird algorithm, just like YouTube is designed. So you have to, let me make sure this is still recording in the background, my audio. Okay. You're going to have to, I would say save all your keys, your silver keys, your gold keys, your chests, all of that. You want to save all of that, because I feel like if you open a whole bunch of them, let's say of over 100, you might get better resources. But one thing I do know for sure from watching other YouTubers who play this game is that certain items in the gold box, for instance, this may be true with the silver keys, but with the gold keys, I mean, when I said silver box or gold, with the keys, right? I know that certain items don't come out of those gold keys unless you're at a certain point of the game development, meaning the game kingdom that you're in has been in duration, or it's been in operation for 120 days. Certain characters won't come out of that thing. So I would say it's best to kind of save. This is what I do, bro. This is what I do. Keep it 100. I'll target specific commanders that I want to use, right? And so when I figure out what commander I want to use that comes out of the gold box, for instance, I'm not opening up no more keys, bro. Fuck that. Nah, cause it's gonna do some other stuff, and I want to be able to reap the best of my rewards. And gold keys is hard to come by unless you spending money and you really going hard at these events and all these other little things. You know, it don't come around like every day. Now somebody may try to call me out and say, yeah, well, different levels of VIP, you get this and that, third, whatever. Nah, listen, check this out. Early game jumpers, avoid these mistakes. So I would suggest to hold on to all of your stuff and then focus on really building the commander that you really would like to use the most. And also being careful not to put in too much XP experience tomes into, let's say, a Boudica or a Lohar that grants you additional XP upon defeating certain types of opponents on the map. You don't want to put experience tomes in them because it's going to be a waste, because they're already generating an X amount of extra bonuses for your commander, as well as your secondary commander. So for me, like, I'll get a Lohar and a Boudica. I'll grind that up to like a level 20. And then what I do is just, if you want to push it to level 20 with the tomes, you could do that. But that's it after level 20, because see, a level 20 commander for Boudica or Lohar, either one of them could be able to open up a secondary commander. And that secondary commander could ride up under them and get that experience buff bonus that you're getting from being able to have them people as your primary. You feel me? So, for instance, I started off with Britain this time around. I got the Boudica, and I didn't know that depending on the civilization that you start with, the game will automatically, during events, give you it will give you rewards for stature rewards for the character that comes with that civilization. And see, you can't jump around, switch civilizations, and think you're gonna get different characters that civilization has to offer. As far as the hero or whatever it is, like the starting person, you might be able to get the extra troop bonus, whatever come with them, whatever. But listen, so what I do is I put all my tomes. I've been putting that in Sun Tzu. But really, before I even do that, because the number one thing about this game is, besides all that other shit, you got to have resources. So a lot of people sleep on this right here, man. Centurion. Oh my God. If you go hard in the beginning and you put your experience tomes in Centurion, get him to 37, max out all his gathering, don't do none of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You could put the sculptures in, you could put the universal advanced sculptures into Centurion. You can, but you can unlock hell of them later on in the game, bro. So for free, just come opening up chests at random silver keys. You feel me? So you get him up to level 37. Oh, he gonna go dumb. He gonna be gathering super hard. He gonna be going hard in the paint for you. Because see, we see on the screen is you get him to superior tools, which is unlocked at level 37. If you've been going hard at it, you're gonna get an extra 25% gathering speed boost on all different kinds of resources. Not to mention, once you max out his third skill of gathering, you get, what does it say right here? You get a gathering speed bonus of 10% and an extra load bonus of 10%. Bruh, it matters. It matters. Like on my main account, I went hard on leveling up my Centurion, my Sarka, and Constance. Crucial. Now this is where I messed up at, right? I wasn't grinding enough on my jumper account. I wasn't playing it enough. So if you're going to take it upon yourself like, oh, I'm going to do a jumper, because doing a jumper, that means you come into the game on a strategic tip. Like, I'm about to be harder and more powerful than anybody I come across. So if you coming into the game with this mentality that you want to be having the best advantage over everybody so you can have a better experience at this game, rather if you're trying to get into the best alliance, you dig what I'm saying? Or you just want to just be super strong and hold down your team. Well, you can't be playing around with your jumper like I was doing, fucking around, not really playing, not doing this, not doing that. I still was able to come up because I was in a dope alliance and they was spending big bread. I was getting those chests. Oh man, I was grinding a Lohar event and I wasn't playing it enough because I just wasn't active. And I got hella free sculptures for Lohar. And you want to get Lohar, you want to level him up ASAP your first time or second time go around with your jumper account. Because listen, on that third skill, if you maxed out that third skill, that's an automatic 70% extra experience boost for your commanders. For not only Lohar himself as the primary, but also your secondary. Not to mention the extra experience boost that you're gonna get in his talent tree underneath quick study. That's gonna give you additional 15% on top of that 75%. And then once you layer in the game, were you able to get rooms, you could get extra commander buffs of additional, sometimes 4%, 5%. I even seen one time for 7%. You're gonna come up. You're going to come up fast. So you don't want to sleep on not playing your jumper account. And you don't want to go utilizing all your rewards and all of your achievements that you could claim in your quests, because once you hop over to your final kingdom, all that extra resources that you claim is going to be gone and lost and for nothing. You did it for your own bragging rights. Forget all that. Save that and then unlock them when you get to your final kingdom. Now, I still would say play smart with that, because you don't want to overload your city hall with a whole bunch of resources in your piggy bank, because somebody else might try to come through and smash you with like 50 other people. You never know. People be doing some crazy stuff on this game. That's why it's Grown Man Games, and this game is serious. I've been playing this game religiously for the past 3 weeks. I ain't even touched my PlayStation 5. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really like my PlayStation 5 no more. I'm fucking with Rise of motherfucking Kingdoms. This shit is so addicting. And it ain't just young people playing this game. It is people old as hell. It is. But it's a fun game. It really is a fun game. That's why I love it. But it's strategic. So, you want to avoid those costly mistakes. And then also, you don't want to just be jumping around, spinning sculptures on this character, sculptures on that character, experience tomes over here and over there. Nah, you want to be focused and centered on leveling up your set commander. Really, if you ain't focusing on, number one, you need to be focusing on your gathering commanders. Who I fuck with is Constance. That's my number one baby right there. Maxed out. She go hard in the paint. Man, on my main account, she bring in so many resources because she just dope. Go look at the stats. Listen, I don't have read so much guides on this game and listened to other people's videos, and they always say what commanders you should go with. Bro, you gotta read these commanders and find out which ones is really best for you and what you want to do. Because it's too many motherfuckers trying to play the game just like this other top YouTuber or that YouTuber. And it's like, it's all the same. It's where's the originality? How is it any kind of competition when everybody doing the same exact thing? And then we all meet up at some certain point in life in the video game, and we all got to be doing the same strategies. It's like a mirror situation. You got this, y'all just got to do the same blow for blow, and it's just like, nah, come up with your own stuff. But I'm gonna give you some tips and strategies, and that's why I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe to me. I'm gonna get better with time with this YouTube, and I'm a little long-winded, but for good reason, because I got a lot to say about this game. So if you're looking for somebody with some quick content, like, oh, click this, watch this, and it's little snippets. I'm not that kind of dude. I don't have the patience. Because my mind is just different, and my mind be all over the place. So I be needing to really speak, and I need the content. I need to put out the content. I can't just do it in bite-sized pieces. I can't do it like that. That's just not me. So you want to avoid those mistakes. Another mistake is wasting gems. Now, I wish I would have recorded this earlier, but my alliance and my jumper account, we got ransacked, and they destroyed our fort. Now, the crazy thing is, the leader was not able to get online at the time, but because we came into this kingdom together, and we're super strong. So I had to hold down the whole crew pretty much by myself, and I was doing it. The leader of the clan that attacked us, he went, no lie, from City Hall 10 to City Hall 16 in less than 30 minutes. I don't know how the hell he did that. He had to be spending super amounts of money. It is no way possible he did that. I don't get it. But guess what? He did all of that, and I was at City Hall 10, and he could not defeat none of my troops. None of my troops in my jumper account, he could handle me. I had sent 2 troops out right on the map because we was getting attacked, and I was far below the map near their base location, and I didn't really realize that the leader was right outside my city. So back to the story. The leader was right outside my city hall, and I didn't realize that because my both of my troops was down a little ways on the map, near their base location, and so I didn't realize he was right outside my city hall until it was too late. So he attacked my city, and all my troops was out of the city, and I had a very low person on the garrison, and so my city fell. But as soon as I intercepted his troops, I destroyed him. He fell. He sent reinforcements, and when the reinforcements came, he fell again. Destroyed him. Now this dude is spending a whole bunch of money to level up fast, but none of his people in his alliance were able to defeat me. In the time that they defeated me, when number one, I got jumped by loads of people, and in a short time frame that I needed to heal my troops, so I could go back into the fight, to defend the fort that was still under construction, it fell. And the reason why it honestly fell, bruh, is because we have a lot of new players here, and they got scared, and they put up their peace shields, and they did not fight back. And the leader of my alliance was not online, and he wasn't able to get there until about 3 or 4 minutes afterwards. And that's how soon it takes. Now, moving forward, after you establish a jumper account, you know, what I see a lot of people mess up on with this game is that they don't really play this game properly. To be honest, I focus on the economy. You know, yeah, it's great to have soldiers, it's great to have troops, but you want to be able to keep the money coming through. You want to keep resources coming through. And you want to have the best gatherers doing the most amount of work with the least amount of troops. That's why the load bonuses on these gatherers, it matters, because they could take what 50,000 siege units could hold, and let's just say, and maybe, you know, a quarter of the amount of units. You feel me? So that really matters in a situation where your alliance puts down a resource center, such as, you know, granary or wood, and it has like 100 million resources in it. So once you have your maxed out gatherers, and you got a whole bunch of siege units, preferably level 1. I would hope that you will only build level 1 siege units, because they move the fastest, they carry the most load, they're just a workhorse, and that's what you need predominantly in this game. I think my main account has about 80,000 of them so far, maybe 90,000. It matters. It matters because now I'm at City Hall 17. I can command 4 different troops on the field. It makes a difference. It really do. It makes a difference in my honest opinion. Now, during this battle, this is where I really messed up at. I was so mad because my fucking fort for my alliance, it got destroyed. And, man, please don't make this mistake. I spent 8,000 gems on trying to speed rush units, new troops. And I was so furious at the time. What I did was, I wasn't even paying attention. You're able to upgrade your troops. I thought I pressed the upgrade section of my troops, and I was speed rushing them with gems because I was just trying to hurry up and be able to defeat. I was training speed rushing level 1 troops. Don't ever make that mistake. I told the leader, he was like, dude, what was you thinking? I said, man, I'm going to just have to eat that loss. And that was a loss. 8,000 gems on a brand new account. I mean, I have unlocked so much stuff from the last alliance I was in with my first kingdom when I started this jumper. It's just a shame. But I got hella troops. But I really, if I was gonna do all of that, I really should have just upgraded all of my buildings. And that's where I messed up at. But I'm still strong. You know, I'm still strong, and I still got get back. I still got action, but I could have better utilized my situation. So if you really stuck out through this video, it's a lot of information here. It's a lot of information here. One thing about your jumper during the Lohar event, you want to. I'm gonna give you some game. I'm gonna give you some real game right here. If you go into the VIP shop, now this is costly, but I did buy the 30-day gym bundle for like $4. Ooh, almost forgot. Do not buy the 30-day gym bundle where you get 650 gems a day until you unlock the 50% discount. I didn't realize it was a discount where you could get it for half off. And so I spent $10 on that shit. I could have got it for $4. I was wondering why it was so expensive. I was like, dang. But if you go into the VIP shop, every few days when it reloads, for 2,000 gems, you could buy 50 level 5 tomes. There are 10,000 XP per book. And so for 2,000 gems, I honestly feel like it's worth it for those who has it. But I done messed up my opportunity of that one. Oh my goodness. I gotta really hustle back up with these gems. But that's 500,000 XP that you getting. So if you a hustler, you could able to level up. And really, once you get to that point where you just really trying to level up with the Lohar event and the VIP shop, every so often they're going to have these basic action point recovery you could buy with resources. I honestly feel like every time it reloads, every single time, you need to buy the maximum amount of these resources. For the basic action recovery, you get 100 of them, because it matters in a situation like a Lohar event where you have to attack purely barbs, and you only want to go after barbs because you get the bone necklaces, and you can open up your bone necklaces, but don't summon any Lohar bucklers or longbows onto the map until after the event is over, because you want to make sure you're predominantly using your action points every single day, including the ones that you have saved up in your reserves, so that you could grind up more bone necklaces, so you could increase your potentiality of getting more Lohar longbows or bucklers, so that you could hurry up and speed rush upgrade the Lohar commander. Number one, you're gonna need to get at least 10 of his sculptures just to be able to use him as a commander, and then you're gonna have to get a whole bunch of more just to max out his third skill, so that you could get that 70% XP boost when you out here battling. So everything matters. Everything matters. So, it's very critical that you avoid costly mistakes that could hurt you in the long run. Like, for instance, I have to eat that 8,000 gems. I wish this game gave receipts of what you purchased and sent you an email so you could see where the fuck you fucked up. I fucked up, and I am not happy about it. And I will get it back because in 30. But you gotta realize, man, it's gonna set me back. It's gonna set me back some time. I could use them gems for, you know, upgrading something that was like 100 or 200 gems at a time. And I just made some mistakes that I regret, and I don't want nobody else to make them same mistakes. And nobody's really going into pure length and pure detail and showing you with action, like, man, this dude really he done messed up. Brad messed up. But you know, it's not over. It's never gonna be over for me. I'm a boss. I know how to replay the game, and I've been studying. So I'm gonna keep giving out some YouTube guidance videos for Rise of Kingdoms. I just hope that this information that I put in this video was helpful for you, and you learned a couple things. So in order to recap, when you make a jumper account, you want to make sure that you're playing this jumper account as often as possible. You want to be training your troops as often as possible. If you're on whatever kind of phone device, like an iPhone or Android, I know a lot of people like to keep off their notifications. I do, because they are annoying. But this game, I really feel like you want to keep your game notifications turned on, so that you could get alerted every time your troops come back into the city from gathering resources, or from a rally event. And then you also want to get notifications for every time your troops are done training, and when the I think it gives you a notification when your building is complete. So that way you could push out new troops or upgrade your troops continuously. And it only takes a few seconds and moments out of the day. In the early game, it is really crucial. So, and then also, when you're doing your jumper account, you don't want to claim all your achievement rewards so early on, because if you do that prematurely, once you switch to your final kingdom, you're going to lose all those extra resources that was not able to be saved in your city storehouse. So it's very important that you wait to claim those extra resources so they don't go to waste. And you want to play this game with intelligence. You want to outplay your competition, because you got to understand, everybody is not playing this game with the same amount of intensity as you do, or you would do, or what I do, or what someone else does. So when it comes to making sure that you could become number one, so you could have the strongest empire, the strongest alliance, you got to be doing your part, and you got to go over and beyond. A lot of people will train or research a whole bunch of military tech. Not me. I focus hard on the economics, because it takes money. It takes all of the resources that you need. And so with that being the case, I'm putting my focus first onto my gathering commanders. I need them to be able to kick out the most. So who the number one team that I'm rocking with, really, that's doing the most, is Constance and Sarka, maxed out. And Sarka is not even maxed out right now, but a lot of her skills is on my main account. And when they out there, they farming, they cutting wood, they digging up gold. Oh, they going hard, and all that matters. And I'm about to start a farm account, so everything is about to get intensified. You know what I'm saying? And you got to do the same thing too. And also, a lot of people frown upon this, but you want to, once you in your final kingdom with your jumper, you want to primarily focus first on leveling up your city hall. You want to speed rush that. A lot of people say, nah, if I'm at such and such city hall, I want to make sure all of my other buildings in my city is the same level before I upgrade. Take your time. I think that's a bad advice. Nah, upgrade your city hall, increase your power. See, a lot of people be having fake power from the troops that they train, but when you upgraded your businesses and your buildings to higher levels, your power level is concrete. It's not going to be reduced when you lose troops in the battlefield. Nah, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be right there with you. And then when you leveling up your city halls, your troop capacity from your marches increase. I believe your some of your commanders get more powerful. You just get more things. Not to mention, we upgrading the economic tree first before the military. It makes a drastic difference because once you get higher up, research starts taking hella fucking long. That shit take dumbass long. So the economic tree will make sure that your research speed is increased, yet your gathering speed is increased, your production in your city capability is increased. So that's what I focused on for my main account. That's at 1.7 million power. You did? I focused on that, and I'm strong, and I've been outperforming everybody in my main account on my team. And I look at them, and I'm still seeing them stagnant. And also, I use my speed ups, not right away, but if I get full help, and if I have a great alliance that has researched the alliance technology for what is this called right here? Let me check it out. Hold up. Let me see. It's called Together We Rise. Increase the speed up time of alliance help. Oh, that makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference because once you request that help from your teammates, you want to be able to really get help. And some people be liking to unlock this alliance technology, this what? No. Your alliance members can upgrade their own individual building speed or their own attack buffs, or they could get those achievements from when they're collecting ruins on a map or whatever, or using equipment. But you want to be able to help the team. And by helping the team, you need to be able to have that help speed increase. So when I press that help button and I get, 18 or however many helps from different people, all of that matters to reduce my training, the time for things to get complete. It makes a hell of a difference. But it's a collaborative effort out here in this game, so that you could become powerful, so you could be strategic, you could outperform, and that's what you gotta be able to do, is outperform people. Because see, people sleep on the economic tree. But see, the economic tree also requires things from certain areas in your city to be upgraded. And so as those things get upgraded, so does your troops' power and capabilities, and you become unstoppable. And that's what I'm about. Having power, stopping people, and being able to be a great addition to my team and to my fellow members, and be able to help give those people advice as I'm still learning, as we learn together, like we have learned in the crucial mistakes that I have learned with spending over I think I spent 6,000 gems. Whatever amount it was not good. I no longer have those gems. It's unreplaceable. But I do got the troops, and even though there's some of them low level, but I have to work on upgrading them. But I'll catch back up. I'll be able to eventually, get the gems recouped down the line. But right now, they out of sight and they out of mind. Hey, this is GrownManGames. I'm just trying to give y'all a different element because I love this game. You see, I've been talking for I don't know how long, and it may be too long for some of y'all. But but I got a lot to say, and I don't know how to do it in bite-sized pieces. So hopefully this has been helpful for some of you, because what I like to do is while I'm playing the game, I got another phone or my other computer devices playing videos, or I'm researching and learning. So maybe y'all could do that with me, and we can help each other out. But if you're some high level players, when it comes to my alliance and help out my kingdoms, hey, leave me some comments. We could get that information shared amongst one another so that we can make that happen, or possibly get on Discord. Support me, GrownManGames. I'm also on Twitch at GrownManGames with a Z at the end. I also have a Cash App at GrownManGames. I also have clothing merchandise coming soon, as well as other memorabilia and other kind of forms of merchandise associated with my brand. And I like to thank all of you who have decided to click on my video out of the hundreds of thousands of other Rise of Kingdoms, with people that spend hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars allegedly per month. And I got some things that I feel like this game could use added so that we could be more benefited as players as we rise in our kingdoms. Peace out.